Greetings, the Black Light. Question: which one of the lesser of two evils are you voting for come November? Uh, do you really think that it's going to change your condition to vote for either one, anyone? We got too many house Negroes in the White House wanting to be in the White House, wanting to advise you about the White House, wanting to tell you to stay in the system. This don't feel like any other time in the black man's struggle. This feel closer to us going back into uh, physical bondage. This feel like the whole planet is going into uh, dictatorship, a one world government where you'll be told what and when and where you can, where and what, when and what you can do, where, when and what you can do and what you can't do. That's what it feels like. We got too many house Negroes, especially here in Detroit. Detroit, after Mayor Young, Coleman Young left the scene, and after the Honorable Elijah Muhammad left the scene, uh, there's been hardship for the black man. But this right here is closer to the death of the black man that I ever seen. Too many black agents on YouTube got your head spinning. Too many uh, hypocrites. So on Rowan Martin, they showed where President Trump came up here to Michigan, around the Detroit area, a little town called Ypsilanti, and all the Uncle Tom Negroes was up there brown nosing, you know. He probably done gave him a little chunk of change to be on camera with him. And then Rowan Martin, instead of telling the people uh, not to participate in this farce, you know, it's a farce, man. Both sides are corrupt. Joe Biden, Democrat, Hillary Clinton in the background somewhere in his ear, Obama in his ear. Didn't nothing improve when you had a black president. Now this guy talking about you ain't black if you don't vote for me. And y'all get so offended because he says things like this. Well, at least those so-called leaders that what y'all think y'all, you know, is your leader, because Charlemagne the God interviewed this guy. I wouldn't have interviewed him, but you know, you in the limelight and you want your views to increase, that's what you do. You participate in the system. See, anybody that's in entertainment, politics, sports, acting, all those are in favor of the status quo, keeping things the same, even though they know that they're getting ready to have an agenda to enslave the black man worse than what he's been enslaved in his whole history of being on the planet. This this time, the enslavement is going to be, they're going to try to make it permanent. Yeah, some of the people are going to be uh, in the same predicament that the black man is in. But you're going into this with your eyes wide open, watching these clowns on YouTube sway you into different positions. Just like when Charmaine, the God, told Joe, I think he was talking to Joe Biden, who he's talking to some lady about if the brother Ahmad would have had a gun, that it would have been a different story. But see, and then Fly Nubian Queen's talking about, yeah, go out and register and get you some guns. Don't listen to them. Not that you shouldn't have no guns to defend yourself, but you know, you can make guns now. It's easy to make guns, and you don't need no license. When I was coming up, we used to make zip guns. We used to take a car antenna, a 22 could fit up in a car antenna. Get some wood stock. We had a wood shop and a metal shop, and we would cut out a little gun handle, trim down all the rough edges off the car antenna, but the means of firing wasn't accurate because we put a nail and get a tire in it to and pull it back like that, and you know it ain't accurate. But nowadays, a little bit different. See, nowadays you got to know how to make your own ammunition. You got to know how to make your own weapons. See, this things, it's that what we doing now. You got to have strategic planning. They want to get you out of the cities. They want to get you out of the city. That's why they're using the coronavirus instead of bombs and bullets that do too much damage to the city, to buildings. So the coronavirus just will. They got weapons now that won't do no harm to nothing but the people. You know, won't no buildings, nothing be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to have it like Afghanistan, even though they're going to use that same type of guerrilla warfare if it come down to it. City fighting in the city. But what you got to learn how to do is stand your ground and don't fall for all these little tricks that the mass media is playing on you. And just because you see a brother on YouTube talking about if anybody that's down for voting is an idiot. Especially black people. All these years We still in wars. You know, we 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 got a coronavirus on us. And just because Donald Trump gave you some stimulus money, they owe us that money because they stole the money. Check your history. They stole it. Look up in the one of the newspapers for May the 1st, 1933. They telling you got to check in all gold, bullion, gold certificate, everything gold. If you get caught hoarding the gold, you'll do time or $10,000 in fine or 10 years in imprisonment. Federal Reserve System took over your country. Foreigners took over your country, and getting ready to make us prisoners of war all over again. Black men always have been prisoner of war. So I might shut down for a couple of months because I'm on come back. I might come back around July or something, because we're gonna see how it goes from here. And when y'all get through voting, whoever you vote for, we're gonna see if things change. Because if I'm around and I'm allowed to come back to tell you I told you so, because I know what y'all gonna do. Y'all not gonna pay no attention. This is Black Light.